What if the man who made you laugh in The Mask, Ace Ventura, and The Grinch suddenly haunted your dreams instead? Sounds like a wild idea, right? Well, it might not be that far-fetched. A Nightmare on Elm Street director Chuck Russell recently revealed that his top choice to play Freddy Krueger in a future reboot would be none other than Jim Carrey. Yes, the comedy legend himself could be next in line to don the red and green sweater, fedora, and bladed glove.
Welcome home, Darren. Look familiar.
Russell, who directed A Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Dream Warriors, one of the most beloved entries in the franchise, made the surprising revelation during an interview on Dread Central's Development Hell podcast. When asked who could possibly replace Robert Englund, the man who defined Freddy Krueger for nearly 20 years, Russell didn't hesitate. He said, "Jim, in my opinion, could almost do anything if he put his heart into it." It's a bold statement, but coming from a director who's worked closely with Carrey before, it carries weight. Fans will remember that Russell and Carrey teamed up back in 1994 for The Mask, a film that perfectly showcased Carrey's uncanny ability to balance humor, horror, and chaos. In that movie, Carrey's character transformed into a manic, supernatural entity, unpredictable, mischievous, and at times downright terrifying. Sound familiar? That combination of energy and menace is exactly what made Freddy Krueger such a memorable villain in the first place. However, Russell was quick to point out that if he were to cast Carrey as Freddy, it wouldn't just be another standard reboot. He explained, "For Jim to do it, we'd have to do something that was another leap in the Elm Street series, a little bit like what Wes did with his very meta New Nightmare." In other words, he envisions a new direction for the franchise, something innovative and self-aware, perhaps even blending psychological horror with surreal humor. If any actor could pull that off, it's Jim Carrey, an artist known for walking the fine line between comedy and existential dread. Carrey's filmography proves that he has the emotional depth and darkness required for a role like Freddy. While most know him for his comedic hits, films like The Truman Show, Man on the Moon, The Number 23, and Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind revealed his ability to embody deeply complex, sometimes unsettling characters.
Jesus.
I would thought I would remember you.
Years? It might be the hair.
What might?
It changes a lot.
His performance in The Cable Guy, in particular, showed just how chilling he can be when his humor takes a sinister edge.
Well, look who decided to show.
You were supposed to be here 4 hours ago.
Was I?
With his elastic expressions and unpredictable energy, Carrey could bring an entirely new, unhinged dimension to the nightmare-inducing villain. Meanwhile, the original Freddy Krueger, Robert Englund, officially hung up his glove after Freddy vs. Jason in 2003. In a 2023 interview with Variety, Englund admitted that his days of physically performing the role were over, saying, "I just can't do fight scenes for more than one take anymore. I've got a bad neck, bad back, and arthritis in my right wrist." Still, he expressed interest in making a cameo if the series ever gets revived. Interestingly, Englund also shared his personal pick for a potential replacement, actor Kevin Bacon. He said, "I know he respects the genre, and he's such a fine physical actor. Bacon's name makes sense given his horror roots, but Russell's choice of Jim Carrey takes the conversation into an entirely new and unpredictable direction." It's been over a decade since the last attempt to revive the franchise. The 2010 A Nightmare on Elm Street reboot starring Jackie Earle Haley as Freddy didn't live up to fan expectations. Since then, horror fans have been waiting for someone to breathe fresh life into the series, and maybe add a new psychological twist. Chuck Russell has already proven he can reinvent Freddy's world successfully. His Dream Warriors film balanced dark terror with surreal creativity, giving the series its most imaginative moments. If he were to return and work with Carrey, the result could be a Freddy Krueger who's not just a monster, but a warped reflection of human fear and insanity. And let's not forget, Jim Carrey has hinted at retiring from acting after Sonic the Hedgehog 2. He told Access Hollywood that he would only return for something truly special, something that felt artistically meaningful. A role as complex and iconic as Freddy Krueger might just be that project. It would challenge him, push boundaries, and give him the chance to show a completely different side of his talent. For fans, the idea of Carrey stepping into Freddy's clawed glove might sound strange at first, but that's exactly why it works. Freddy Krueger isn't just a killer, he's a performer, a showman of nightmares who taunts his victims with humor and horror in equal measure. Carrey's ability to morph his expressions, play with tone, and turn manic energy into menace could turn him into a Freddy for a new generation. Unpredictable, terrifying, and oddly captivating. So, what do you think? Could Jim Carrey pull off Freddy Krueger and redefine one of horror's most iconic villains? Or should the nightmare stay buried with Robert Englund's legacy? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories from the world of film, reboots, and Hollywood's wildest what-ifs. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.